Good Lord, YouTube. What is going on out there, guys? How y'all doing? Hey. I got the microphone in my face. I don't like that. There we go. Maybe that'll stay right there. How y'all doing? I'm Mike. This is my channel, Solid State Alchemy. I'm in my basement. I'm in the underbelly of the YouTube algorithm, and you're down here with me, slogging through it. And on the table today, I got the guts, or what will eventually be replaced as the guts of my Dell Studio XPS 435T/9000. And you thought Intel laptops had bad, laptop CPUs had bad naming conventions. That one, ugh. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace find. Got this desktop non-running. It was the motherboard was the culprit. I don't know. I haven't taken the time yet to trace what part of the motherboard was the issue. It does look like it may have gotten some moisture on it. There's some traces of moisture and wetness along the edges of the back here that could have, connected positive to ground in an unfortunate manner. There's also some noticeable wear on the plated through holes for the CPU cooler, and some stripped covering off of some of the copper traces on the motherboard. That's also not good. But yeah, as of right now, I don't really have a really firm idea of what killed this thing, but it was indeed the one component that I could consistently swap in and out and cause a no post failure. So what I have here to my left is the original CPU from the PC I purchased, the original RAM from the PC I purchased, and the original I don't even want to call it a GPU. It's a display adapter from the PC I purchased, and and it just decided to go full ham on the on resetting the display resolution. I have no idea what happened. Boy, it did not like something. Because it was at 1080p. Let me see if I can get this to go back to 1080p. So yeah, it may not like doing dual display outs right now. Woof. Okay. So let me see. 720 by 480. Oh man, that is not good. Keep changes. Yeah. So as it stands right now, this computer is for modern computing purposes in general, and then also gaming in any way, shape, or form. It's unusable, even though it's got a 4-core 8-thread processor. Granted, it's it's a i7-920, so I think that puts it at 2.8 gigahertz on the frequency. That's the boosted frequency, and it's got 12 gigabyte of RAM. It's I think it's 1066 or 1333. It's not fast by any stretch of the imagination either. But it could support some games, some modern games. It has the instruction set to support a lot of modern games. Maybe not at the super top end. I would not put a 3080 on this, or an RX. I wouldn't even put an RX 5700 XT on this, honestly. But a GTX 980 Ti, maybe a 1060 6 gig would be good choice if those didn't cost unbelievable amounts of money right now. I think that would pair okay with this 4-core i7 920. Now I do have a smorgasbord of x58 chips that I can choose from. You know, we can go 920, we can go 950. You know, I do have a i7 980X, but I think the smart play here. Oh, well, I didn't even talk about. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Okay, so we got the RAM from the original computer. We got this. Oh, man, I thought the graphics card from the other Dell was bad. We got this HD 5450 graphics card from the original computer. We have the original CPU, i7 920. We don't have the original cooler. I didn't like the original cooler because it gave us almost no headroom. Doing some thermal testing on it, and also that weird velocity stack thing it had on top of it. Just decided to get rid of it. I had a spare Intel branded 1366 cooler, tower cooler hanging out. It's 4 heat pipes, you know, to a cold plate. It's usable. I mean, the fan is hot garbage, but it's got a big heat stack. Some air moves across it. This case does have, you know, a input and an out and an exit, an exhaust fan. So this should be an upgrade there for headroom for a CPU upgrade. So the component that I have replaced at this point, other than the tower cooler, is the motherboard. And ooh, that chipset is warm. And it is an Asus X58 Sabertooth. Yeah, Sabertooth X58. And it could probably use a chipset cooler. Ooh, that thing is like not cool at all. The heatsink for this X58 Sabertooth is not the most robust. Once we get some airflow on it, it should be fine in the case. I should probably have a case fan out here plugged in, blowing air across that. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you've already realized that the real weak link in this whole malarkey is that HD 5450. Let's just get that up on the screen real fast here, and I'll walk you through it, and then we are going to attempt, you know, HD 5450. How bad is it? Well, we are gonna find out. We are definitely gonna find out. So, ATI Radeon HD 5450. Let's go to Tech Power Up. There it is. Look at this little fellow. Boy, he's a spunky little bastard. Recommended gaming resolutions. There it is. That is all you need to know about that little pile of crap right there. Recommended gaming resolution 640 by 480. It was just already getting it there at the beginning of the stream. It was, you know, hey man, you know what? Like, this is just like not my thing. This 1080p business is just not for me. Especially you have me pushing 2 outputs at 1080p. Like, come on, guy. So the HD 5450 graphics card launched February 4th, 2010. So this thing is at most, you know, it's 11 years old. It was a garbage GPU at launch. Like it was just absolutely not viable at launch. It's a display adapter. It's not a gaming graphics card, right? Cedar graphics card. That's an insult. I like the way cedar wood smells. It's an insult to cedar trees everywhere. And it supports up to DirectX 11.2. It's a small chip. Yep, and it has the tiniest little cooler fan on it. A die area of only 59 millimeters squared. Yeah, 80 shading units. 512 megabytes, half a gig of DDR2. Man, I thought that GT720 from the 8300, the Dell XPS 8300 was bad, but this thing is just, I don't know how. I'm you know I'm not one to cast aspersions. I understand that you don't always want to tell your life story to people who buy things from you on Facebook, but the guy who sold me this obviously didn't tell me anything that was truthful about this computer. He was talking about how he had been gaming on this thing for so long and it was great and super fast, and then one day it just wouldn't boot up, and then, it's obvious that the cooler's been on and off and on and off and on and off. It's got wet moisture residue on the back of the motherboard. Nobody was gaming on anything but Mahjong and Minesweeper with this HD 5450 in here. I don't know, but you know what? I'm over it. Whatever. I own it now, and I'm gonna make it the best dang 435T/9000 that Dell ever put on the market. Well, maybe not, but so in an homage to the great old comics, this HD 5450 is so bad. How bad is it? Well, we're about to find out. So let's see if it will play Skyrim. I have no idea what's about to happen. I did not pre-test any of this. So, will Skyrim launch? Oh, of course. Of course, the Xbox store decided that, you don't need that. You don't need to be in here. You don't need to see this. CPU cooler fan does spin up a little bit more when getting into. So get that in there, and then maybe it'll let us play Skyrim. Skyrim, yes. Did I make it past the Dragonborn portion of Skyrim? Skyrim Special Edition will now detect your video hardware and set video options accordingly. This is going to be great. Yeah, it doesn't even know what an HD 5450 is, but it's pretty sure you shouldn't play Skyrim with it. No sound device detected. Skyrim Special Edition cannot run. Oh, well, that's weird. This thing definitely has sound, I thought. Well, so far Skyrim's a bust. I could have swore this thing installed when it installed the Crimson. That's how old the driver package is. The driver package is from 2013 or 14. Yeah, when it installed Crimson Beta to run the HD 5450, I thought that I for sure remembered seeing a sound package get installed there. Yeah, there we go. Gaming. No, that's not what I want. Video. No, display. Infinity. System. 920, 12 gig. 5450. Oh, this is DDR3. Okay. So this card is an upgrade from the original HD 5450. It's got 1 gig of DDR3, and it is clocked at a staggering 650 megahertz. That's weird that there's no AMD audio driver 10.0.0.2. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't want to give me audio. It should be AMD audio. Let's switch it to the SPDIF off of the motherboard and see if that allows it to play. Nope. Yep. We tricked it. Ha! Oh my god. It's making bad noises. Truth be told, I don't have the best paste job on this CPU. This is like some secondhand paste from somewhere. I don't know. Oh, we're in here. Oh dear. Oh boy, that is not boding well. New. Oh yes. Oh, this is gonna be painful. Oh dear. So, there's a bit of foreshadowing on the table for those of you who, with the keen eyes to look in the little tiny corner here. There's a little bit of foreshadowing of what's to come for this PC. So, big question is, though, CPU choices. In my mind, the i7-980X is just out. I mean, it's absolutely any 6-core i7 branded part for the X58 chipset and the 1366 socket is just madness amount of money. Oh man, it's not even getting through the cutscenes, and there's like some, I don't know what this action is going on over here on the right hand side of the screen. That is okay. So Skyrim, not gonna happen. So this thing can't run Skyrim on low. Sad noises. Wah, wah, wah. It's no bueno. Okay, so back to what I was saying. i7, 6-core, X58, socket 1366, stupid prices. So obviously Xeon is the way to go. So the only difference when I go through the product stack of the Xeons, so there's the W's, which have a higher TDP, which I don't think is a smart move considering the airflow constraints of this chassis. And then there's the X variant, so the X5000 5600 series, lower TDP, unlocked core multipliers. So I think between those two, the X is the smarter play. There is like another variant. I think it's called the E. I think it's the E series of Xeons. That's like the low TDP, version that's kind of interesting if I want to keep the original power supply in there. I don't want to draw too much power on that rail. Man, this is just like, God, this is terrible. Mouse to look around. Do I actually, oh, I have control of the guy. Oh, dear. Oh, this is kind of like making me a little bit nauseous, actually, to watch. Can I mouse right? Oh, God, this is terrible. Oh, dear. I'm like, it's like slow motion. I keep pushing the mouse to the right, and it like won't go. Oh, man, it's like playing Skyrim in a bowl, like trying to get your character through like a bowl of Jello, a pool of Jello, a pool full of Jello. Good night. That is terrible. Anyway, so I want to try to keep the original power supply because it's good. It's 470 watts. Should be fine. I think it will handle the 5600 series, and as far as the 5600 series goes, there's a 60, 70, 75, and an 80. I don't so their base clocks are the only differentiating, but they're all unlocked, and you can just do an all-core overclock and get them almost all to the exact same spec depending on your Silicon Lottery settings. So I've had about enough of this. This is just no. I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm going to end that task. God bless. That was terrible. So, yeah. So, Elder Scrolls? No. CSGO? I'm a mad lad. I'll do it. Tell me I won't. Tell me I won't put this. I've already put this thing in here. This son of a bitch. So, what was I saying? I don't know. Stock power supply, I'm hoping will support a decent, well, shit, almost any GPU upgrade over this malarkey right here is a decent upgrade. I think the stock power supply could support a decent GPU and an overclocked Xeon. I think that's an overclocked X variant. I think the X is like the middle ground because it's not the W that's unlocked, and it's not the other one that I cannot remember the alphanumeric modifier for the low TDP ones. Let me see. Let's look at the health of the stream here. I do have one watcher, it says. Can you guys hear me? Let me see. I do have one watcher, it says. Yeah. Okay. Audio's there, video's there. Here we go. What am I doing? CSGO? Ugh. I'm not going to actually try to play because that would just, I mean, no. We'll see if it can run the little test custom map thing. So I think the plan is unless I want to go with a new power supply, which I'm kind of trying to avoid just for budgetary reasons. Um, I think I can get a GTX 770, an overclocked 6-core Xeon, and some faster memory onto this Asus board and stuff that all back into this Dell chassis. And I think that would make for a fairly competent mid-range gaming PC. I paid $50 for that GPU right there. I paid $70 for the motherboard. Just need to buy a Xeon, a 6-core Xeon, and then, muscle it all together and see what we get. Okay, workshop match. FPS, oh dear. This is actually like kind of working. Kind of is notional. Notional kind of working. I mean, it is working, but would you want to play CSGO on an HD 5450? Probably not. Boy, it's taking a long time to load them resources in. What you got going on over there? Can I get to my own live stream? Please? Anybody? Nothing? Sure. Terrorists. No one cares. Oh dear, that is... Oh, this is going to be really fun to watch when it hits that smoke. Smoke! YouTube Studio app is like dying. This is a slideshow. It's absolutely just this is like stop. This is like stop animation gaming. Wow, boy, that is not good. All right. I don't think that I should subject you to any more of this, and I don't feel like being subjected to any more of this. So once this cinder block doesn't really do that usually. That's weird. So yeah, 6 FPS, 5, 4, 3. Oh boy, 390 milliseconds. Oh dear. 2 FPS, 1 FPS, 1 frame per second. Just chug. Next frame. Next frame. Next frame. Will it chug through this? I'm at this point, like, I'm legit curious if it will. It did. It chugged right through that. Look at that. We're all the way back up to a blistering 7 FPS. Oh my God. Well, how terrible. Anyway, I'm not going to subject anybody to any more of this shenanigans. This is absolute madness. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to put this GTX 772 gig in here, and I'm going to get a Xeon 6-core processor, and we're going to go from there. And we will revisit this setup prior to it being re-ensconced into our cleaned up, shined up, buffed up, ready to go Dell XPS Dell Studio XPS Studio XPS 435T 9000, and we'll see what kind of gaming rig that makes. I'm curious. There's no possible way it's worse than what it is right now. None. I could put that freaking GT720 in here, and that would be an upgrade from this. And that is mind-blowing. Oh my God. Just stop yourself. Yes, I want to. Yes, I do wish to stop playing. Oh, no mas. No mas, por favor. Oh. Come on, bro. We got to do Grand Theft Auto. Come on. Come on. We got to do Grand Theft Auto. Damn it. Hopefully it just doesn't run and I can stop. Oh. Please don't run. Just tell me that I suck and that you can't do this anymore. No, it's not going to do that. That's a problem. You should definitely help me. You should help me. It's not gonna. It's gonna screw me. Grand Theft Auto, GTA 5, gonna make me suffer from my sins. God. Roofless. Oh, it looks so terrible. Man, it looks terrible. So, if this was your PC, what would you do? Would you just scrap all of this? Like, would you just get, hey man, you could go to Micro Center tomorrow. This is you talking to me. And buy a cheap B450 board and an Athlon G3000 or whatever it is, 3000G, and get better performance than this for like $100. That's probably pretty close to true. I would need RAM also, so that would probably jack the price up because RAM at Micro Center is always just overpriced. So, graphics. What do we got here? Oh, we are using every freaking bit almost of that 1024 megabytes of memory at 800 by 600. Oh dear. Is there no way to get it like VSync off? Just like turn everything off. Okay, that's all down. Nope. Normal. Off. Normal. Sharp. Normal. Off. Oh dear. We could do ignore suggested limits. Okay. Can we at least just get this to 720p? All right, 720p. Come on. Yes. Okay, that is like not terrible, and we're gonna run this benchmark. 720p benchmark. I just could not do 800 by 600. I couldn't look at that. 720p, here we go. It's probably gonna be really bad. But let's find out. Let's find out if this bad boy will do 720p. If you're watching the stream, I apologize. This is going to be truly awful. Says I got one. It's probably me lurking. Oh, it's making mad noises. 16. You know, the fact that it's above 10 is actually better than I thought it would do. So, let's get that going for it. Let's get that going for me. Ugh, man, it's terrible. Like, screen chop. Ugh, God, just artifacting and stutter. Oh, man, it's not good. Not good at all. So if you just need like a basic screen, like video adapter, because you're running a workstation CPU that doesn't have integrated graphics, I still wouldn't recommend this card, but this card could do that function for you. If you just need to be able to see the Windows desktop to manipulate spreadsheets or Word documents or whatever, the HD 5450 is probably fine. Although I wouldn't even if you're going to do like photo editing or anything like that, I would not recommend that. Recommend it for that either. The guy who I bought it from said he did SQL databases. So maybe that's okay. I don't have any experience in that realm, but maybe if you got a database program, this is okay. But gaming, this is not okay. This is not okay. So we are above 10 FPS, which I am shocked at, honestly. Honestly, I'm like, I didn't think we would maintain above 10 FPS with 720p. But, whoa, the HD 5450 is just not good. It's not good. I thought the GT 720 was bad, and it was objectively bad. But comparatively, it's a rock star, because this card is, wow, really terrible. It's really quite awful. All right, fly away, jet. Okay, now I think we will definitely go below 10 FPS in this sequence right here. We've got to. Come on. Is it going to stay above 10? Once them cops come out and the bullets start flying, maybe not. There's like no cops and no bullets because the settings are turned down so low. Oh no, here they go. Here they go. Oh, it's still above 10. $13. Wow. It's going to hang in there. It's going to hang in there and stay above 10. Good. Yeah. So we did not drop below 10 FPS that I saw personally. And I feel like that's kind of a win for this little bastard. Boy, it's terrible. Do not want. That's going to be on eBay for like $1. And $1 plus shipping. You can have it. You can have it. $1 plus shipping. Ready? Get out. How do I like... Just please go away. Please stop. No! Alright. Okay, fine. I just Okay, so this is the guts of the repaired Dell XPS 435 T9000. So I'm fairly certain the motherboard was the problem because we have almost all the same components. We don't have the same power supply because I just didn't want to dig it out of the chassis, but the power supply did test good and it did power up the system without issue. And the system would not boot with the original motherboard. Once I removed the original motherboard from the equation and put this Asus Sabertooth X58 in there, booted right up, got right into Windows, no problem, no issues. So the RAM is good. I mean, the graphic adapter, the video adapter is good. It does work in a form or fashion for what it was intended to do. It's just should have never existed to begin with. CPU's fine, and the motherboard is good. This PC didn't come with a hard drive, so there's no hard drive to test. This is my test hard drive. So yeah, join me again sometime this weekend. I will reassemble the new components into a usable and working machine with a new Xeon processor and that GTX 770, and I think we will have a very different gaming experience from what we just experienced. I wouldn't call that a gaming experience so much as a torture session by Stutter. So yeah, I'm gonna shut this down. Guys, I am Mike. This is my channel, Solid State Alchemy. I'm in my basement. We're in the underbelly of the YouTube algorithm. I've enjoyed my tasty libation. I've enjoyed talking to you. I did not enjoy any of this right here. Hopefully we get to some enjoyable stuff later on. And with that said, I am out. Cheers.